Hi everyone, my name is Dave McLellan. I am a member of the Board of Directors for the Performing Arts Center of Metro West in Framingham, Massachusetts. I'm also a former faculty member. I taught guitar at PAC, we call it PAC, for 8 years, and I am a dedicated friend of the Performing Arts Center. You're either watching this because you're a subscriber on my YouTube channel, or you may have received a notice from me from my mailing list, or you may have noticed this live stream on either my Concert in Your Living Room page on Facebook or my personal profile on Facebook. And whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to the the recording later, I'm glad you're here. PAC is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 school of music, dance, and theater. Its mission is to provide accessible instruction and performance opportunities in music, dance, and theater. And I'll be doing a fundraising concert for PAC on August 9th in only a few weeks at the Edwards Church in Framingham, Massachusetts. And all of the proceeds of the concert go directly to PAC. I don't get a paid fee for this concert, and I'm really looking forward to it. This will be the last time I'll play this current concert program featuring music of 4 living women composers, and we also present a couple of works by men. So the concert will be in person and will also be live streamed, and you can find all the details about getting tickets for the in-person concert or for the live stream in the description of this video, either on YouTube or on Facebook. So go visit that URL to buy your in-person or live stream tickets. All the proceeds go directly to PAC. So in preparation of this concert, which I'm so looking forward to doing, I've scheduled 5 sneak preview videos I'm calling teasers, where the goal is to whet your appetite and get you interested in coming to hear the whole concert. In these teaser videos, I am talking about and playing samples from the music that I'll be playing in the concert. You're not going to hear an entire piece. I'll talk about each piece as I did yesterday. Yesterday was the first teaser where I described and played some sample excerpts from the 10 Simple Etudes by Leo Brouwer. Today I'll be talking about the wonderful Magic Serenade by the American composer Bryan Johanson. He's quite a prolific guitarist and composer. A prolific composer and a very fine guitarist. Certainly knows how to write for guitar. So today I'll be talking about Bryan's Maestro Johansson's Magic Serenade. It's quite an unusual kind of piece. And so I'll show you how this piece is played in a general sense. It's Bryan has directed the player to place a capo on the 7th fret. So here it is, a capo on the 7th position of the instrument. And so in front of the capo, we only play on the frets 7 through 12. So there's what we would play an E chord in an open position. This is a B chord now. So when we're playing on the correct side of the capo, we are only playing in these frets. Now, Bryan has also directed the player to play in the back side of the capo. The piece opens with this very special effect. So when you play in the back side, it sounds like this. So we pluck the strings with the left hand, and because the string vibrates on both sides of the capo, both in the front and in the back, we can get some sound out. It's a very percussive sound. And there's a combination of playing with the right hand and the left hand together, and that's how the piece opens up. Now, A serenade is a song. It could be a romantic song. It could be just a peaceful, lovely song. The piece has 3 large sections plus a coda kind of section. Outside of the very short introduction that you'll hear as I play on both sides of the capo. The A section, the first section, is this very florid arpeggio and combination of arpeggios and scales. So the A section sounds somewhat like this. So there's that section is played for a minute or 2, and then the actual serenade, in my opinion, the beautiful song, a kind of a hymn that appears in the middle, is this. So that song occurs, and there is some more arpeggiated section and scales, and the hymn returns in a slightly altered form. And then we move on to the last section of the piece that sounds a lot like the opening section. So that's the recapitulation, in a way, of the original tune, and it progresses to a kind of a climax with more playing on both sides of the capo, and ending with a nice flourish. So I'll play little bits and pieces of it. The opening. Oh, actually, what's also interesting is that I will show you what the music looks like. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but you can see that the music is written in 2 staves. The high staff is what the player plays, and the lower staff is the actual sounding pitch. Because we're using a capo, all of the actual notes are transposed up a fifth. And so it's useful for the player to know it's very useful for the player to just follow the instructions as if we were playing in first position. But it's also useful to know the actual pitches that are being played. And so that's just the first page of the serenade. So you can, the very first line appears quite strange, and that's where we open the piece with this, the 2 hands playing on both sides of the capo. So the piece opens like this. And then the A section. And I guess I should put that picture of the first page away if I'm going to keep playing. Anyway, that's the first page that shows you how the music is notated. So I'll play up until and into the hymn, the first section of the hymn. So that's the A section and all the way through the B section with the Serenade, this beautiful song. And with this little echo. And this very playful little passage. Rapid arpeggiated kind of thing. And now the playing on both sides of the capo return. And then we move through to the end of the piece. Well, anyway, we're getting to the end of the piece now. The lead into the end is this beautiful, what you can hear is a lot of the same figures recurring again and again, and they're changed a little bit, which makes it very hard to memorize. So near the end of the piece, we'll go from and that's it. A beautiful piece with a lot of variety and this unusual use of the capo at the 7th fret. If you're a guitarist or a singer who sings with guitar, you'll be used to playing with the capo in lower frets, but this is very unusual. And I will give you a personal reason why I am playing this piece now. I've known about the piece for many, many years. And last summer, I had shoulder replacement surgery, so my left shoulder has got titanium and plastic in it. And when I started playing the guitar again, after 45 days of not playing because I couldn't move my left arm, when I started practicing again, I could not play below the 7th fret. I had no external control. So I devised exercises to gradually move to lower positions, but I decided, well, it's time for me to learn the Magic Serenade because I don't have to play below the 7th fret. So that was that. Other than the fact that I love the piece, I just never had the time to learn it. So that's today's teaser, all about Bryan Johanson's brilliant work, Magic Serenade. Such a fun piece to play. I hope it's fun to hear, and I hope you'll be able to hear it in its entirety without my talking about it in the concert on August 9th. That's August 9th in Framingham, Massachusetts, at the Edwards Church in Framingham. All the details are available in the description. There's a URL to follow to get the details of location and time and to buy tickets, either in-person tickets or the live stream ticket. So that's it for our second episode of the teasers for the August 9th concert. The next episode, episode 3, will be on Friday, July 31st, around the same time, starting at 4. I'll be focusing on 2 pieces, starting now with music by women. The rest of the concert is all music by live-in women composers. On Friday, the 2 pieces I'll cover are very short. One is Mokoro, the Song of the Water, by the South African composer Avril Kinsey. It's a delightful little piece that evokes the images of the Okavango Delta in Botswana. All kinds of interesting effects, things you would hear if you were floating down the Okavango River in a wooden canoe, which is called a Mokoro. So that's one of the pieces I'll talk about on Friday in teaser episode 3. And I'll also talk about the work by Erlen Wallen, a Belizean British composer, who's currently the master of the King's Music in Britain. The piece is Walking Me to Work. It's a very, very short but very intense bluesy kind of piece, and it's sure to delight. So that's it for today's teaser. Please take a look at the URL to go hear more details about the concert. By the way, I did not mention, in the description of this, the YouTube video and the Facebook Live event, you should be able to find a link to the PDF of the full program that I'll be playing on August 9th. So take a look at that. The URL is very scary looking, but it is not a phishing attempt. It is a PDF on my website. It just shows up with a very strange URL. So anyway, thank you for being here today, or whatever day you hear this video, either live or the recording afterwards. Thanks a lot.